Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth sincerely like wildfire. Shalom to the elect among the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. All right, I just want to basically go into some articles that I was bringing out. Esau fucked with my life, but now I'm basically like it's like a part two to that. And hold on, let's go over these articles by go over these articles that it's coming out. They con mass shooting plague on America. Egypt, modern day, well, ancient Egypt. Well, modern day Egypt. America's like, spiritually Egypt and Sodom. All right, I'm looking through this article, and yeah, man. Hold on. Yep, they're talking about an uptick in gun violence. Luckily, yeah, this is what the mayor said. Hold on. The uptick in gun violence locally is a part of disturbing rise in gun violence across the country as we exit the pandemic, he said. Quote unquote, APD and the city council have initiated multiple violence prevention efforts in response, but this crisis requires a broader, coordinated response from all levels of government. Quote unquote, one thing is clear, greater access to firearms does not equal greater public safety. They, so now, this happened right after, well, not right after, but soon after Texas passed that law that allowed open the carry of handguns without license. You had now Esau's what Esau did. I believe that Esau. I believe that Esau staged this. It's probably certainly possible that this was staged. No, they did say it would be like the Wild West after it was passed, and hey, lo and behold, we're not ignorant to these devices. I wouldn't be surprised if this was staged. DeWitt Pearl, president and CEO of the Downtown Austin Alliance, said in a statement, "We are saddened that Austin has joined the far too long list of communities that have experienced mass shootings." Quote unquote. The senseless violence Violence must end. We will continue our work towards ensuring downtown is as safe, clean, and welcoming for all. But today we are thinking of those affected by the shooting. We need to come together, care for each other, and be strong together for us. And so, yeah, hey, you're having now you're having this trend where you're having mass shootings out the ass, basically. And hey, hey, yeah, you had when that happened, as soon as Joe Blow got in office, man, the shootings just started happening. There's this article about a shooting in Georgia and Alabama. Shootings in Georgia and Alabama. Definitely. Georgia and Alabama shootings. A suspect has been arrested in connection with 3 shootings in less than 24 hours in Georgia and Alabama. A 39-year-old man was arrested Sunday in connection with 3 separate shootings, less than 24 hours that wounded 5 people across the Columbus, Georgia metro area, according to police. They were able to, quote unquote, apprehend the suspect in the downtown area. Columbus Police Chief Freddie Blackman said in a news conference Saturday. Justin Tyran Roberts is charged with aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and theft by receiving stolen property, according to police. Roberts is scheduled to appear in court Monday morning. CNN is working to determine if Roberts has legal representation. Police believe the shootings began across the Chattahoochee River in neighboring Phenix City, Alabama, where a person was shot multiple times outside a hotel at about 8:15 p.m., 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time Friday night, according to Blackman. 2 hours later, 3 people were shot outside a downtown Columbus restaurant, police said. On Saturday, shortly after 2 p.m., another person was shot about 8 blocks away from the earlier downtown shooting. Our investigators later learned that the suspect's description was similar to the shooting incidents that occurred last night in Phenix City and Columbus, said Blackman. And they show he's a Jake, the so-called black man. Justin Tyran Roberts, show him on here as so-called black man with dreads, scheduled to appear in court on Monday. I noticed something else, man. You're having more These shootings include Jake's. Fuck, did I close StreamYard on accident? Okay. Like 2/3, of course, but still, that's something to be noted. From the victims to the villains, right? It would make sense, they would start showing Jake, just Jake in general, as being more, being capable of acts like that. Because traditionally, for the longest, it was so-called white folks that was responsible largely for these shootings. But now, this is what they're doing. Victims to villains. And also showing you, Esau's about to roll on your tribes. They're pointing you as a threat. And all the victims, and it's also for gun control agenda as well. And all the victims had life-threatening injuries, Black Moon said. And investigators are working to establish if there were any connections between the suspect and the victims. Columbus Mayor Skip Henderson said at the news briefing that he understands residents still have a lot of concern for their safety. "Quote unquote, the events of the last 24 hours have caused a lot of fear and anxiety throughout the community," said Henderson, who asked residents to assist the investigation with any available information. "Quote unquote, our community is trying to send a message that we're not going to tolerate senseless violence." But that's how America was founded. But let me get there's a precept that goes into this. It's in the Apocrypha. Another precept. Please, speaking of spirits created for vengeance, there be spirits created for vengeance. Either way, they're spirits created for vengeance. Whether Esau's behind it and it was a false flag, dude was a MK Ultra Manchurian candidate, et cetera, or he did it on his own, Still, there be spirits created for vengeance. Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yep. Spirits that are created just to do shit like this. That is their purpose in life. That is why they're alive right now. That is why they exist. They existed just to do this. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Yep, all these were created for vengeance. Payback. Famine, fire, hail, famine, death. All these spirits created for vengeance, dude. Verse 30, teeth of all beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. That's an example of the sword right there. The gun, the modern day sword. Those people that died in them shootings, man. They wasn't it was destined for them to go out that way, you know. And hey, you know, regardless if Esau was behind it or not, but hey, the Most High Yahweh ultimately is behind it, man. Ultimately, the Most High Yahweh calling these shots, man, sending those spirits created for vengeance, you know, to do their thing. And let me get something else. There's another scripture I can get. None perish, being innocent. And Job 4 and 7, man. Let you know. Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, for where were the righteous cut off, you know? Because you have to understand this is the Most High Yahweh show, man. You have to understand that at the end, you know, it's the Most High Yahweh who is pulling the strings. You know, yeah, the Most High Yahweh kills and make it alive, man. I kill and make it alive, man. You get that? No, it's the Most High Yahweh that did it, man. Ultimately, this is a part of the movie, man. And I had to go down like that, you know. It's already destined to go down like that. You know, they was destined to go out like that. You know, see, it's something else, man. You know, like people believe that they can like determine how their life is gonna be and all that. They believe that they have control over their life. Nah, you're just a puppet, man. You don't have control over your life. You know, free will, that's an illusion. You think you do. you think you have free will, but you don't, you know. The Most High Yahweh, he controls the issues of life and death. You know, that's up to him. I kill and make alive, man. I kill and I make alive. Most High Yahweh is telling me right there, man. Most guys. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See, now that even I am he, and there is no power with me, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Yeah, I wound and I heal. Yeah, I wound and I heal. Neither, okay, hold on. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. You know, you're talking about the Most High Yahweh here, man. Talking about the Most High Yahweh here. Ain't nobody that can deliver you out of the Most High Yahweh's hand, bro. If He's determined that you're gonna die at this time, you know, at this, like this a certain time, in a certain place, you know, in a certain way, certain fashion, it's gonna happen. You know, regardless of what you do or what anyone else does. In fact, it's all a part of it. That's the thing. What they do and what you do, you know, maybe try to avoid that and all that, it's all part of the movie. You know, it's all a part of the movie. That's the thing, you know. The whole time you are following the script. You think you're coming home against the script, but the whole time you're following the scripts. The whole time. As the Most High Yahweh controls the issues of life and death. So He determines, the Most High Yahweh determines whether you live or die, man. If you're gonna wake up, you're gonna wake up. You know, you're gonna wake up tomorrow morning, bro. The Most High Yahweh determine that. Like, yo, man. You know, the Most High Yahweh run it around here, man. Like, yo, man. Most High Yahweh run it. You know, you don't run it. Nobody else. You know, nobody else can run it. Hey, Esau thinks he has all that power, man. And Esau don't got can't do shit really without the Most High Yahweh, you know, signing off on it, man. Esau can't do a damn thing. The Esau is just a sword for the Most High Yahweh, man. Yeah, he's the least of the biggest puppets. You know, they're the biggest puppets, you know, for real. Out of, you know, they think that they got the world in the palm of their hands, man. You know, wrapped around their finger. They think they got the world wrapped around their finger, but no. They're puppets, man. They're puppets, man. They're getting played by the spiritual demon Satan, man. They're getting played. You know, right into their destruction. They don't even know it. And they're too proud to consider that the spiritual demon Satan, you know, has deceived them. You know, has deceived them, got them in the trick bag. They're too proud to consider that. That's the problem. Hey, Esau's gonna learn though. Esau was gonna learn that who really run this thing, man. And there's none that can deliver out of his hand, man. None, literally none. You know, hey, the Most High Yahweh can deliver you out of Satan's hand, you know, because the Most High Yahweh, He's the Father of spirits, you know. He can deliver you out of Satan's hand, but you know, Satan can't deliver you out of the Most High Yahweh's hand, man. Yeah, man, you elites gotta come in, you celebrity Jakes that fucking sold out, man. You're realizing it. You're realizing you're on the wrong side. You know, that's why some of y'all are starting to, bring out some truth. Not all of it, but some truth. Because you're realizing that you fucked up. Have to look around for cheese and then got to report it so many times. Tillamook. Vegetable he's on. Yeah, man. Hey, the Most High Yahweh. Let me bring that out. That the Most High Yahweh controlling the issues of life and death. You know, literally, no one bats an eye. Literally, no one bats an eye without the Most High Yahweh approving it. Fix that. Get that clean. Back then, you have lunch. I'll get back on it, man. I'll get back on it soon. Oh, man. It's just cheese. All right. Let me get to hold on. Buffalo, New York, battered by chicken wing shortage. More famines. Jonah's parable. Oh yeah, the story of that dude swallowed by a humpback whale. It proves that Jonah, that what they say happened in the book of Jonah, Jonah in the belly of the whale, like a big fish was that it actually happened. That's actually true. Oh yeah, let me bring that out. Hold on. Watching the Gulf of Mexico tropical development possible this week. Yeah, you have that. You have the hurricane season starting up also. And they say it's going to be above average too. The 2021 Atlantic hurricane season began at the start of June and will last through the end of November. For the first time this season, an area of cloudiness and showers in the Gulf of Mexico is prompting the National Hurricane Center to be on alert for tropical development. Here's what you need to know. There's a Sunday rain and clouds around a trough of low pressure in the Bay of Campeche have a 50% chance to become organized into a tropical depression or storm in the next few days. 5 days. Formation could happen as early as Thursday or Friday. Thursday 17th or Friday 18th. Regardless of formation, heavy rainfall will be possible over Central America and southern Mexico for the next several days. It's too early to determine what, if any, impacts the disturbance will have on the U.S. coastline. That being said, there are indications that we'll be on the dry side of the disturbance in San Antonio. Of course, it's this thing here traders will keep you posted. This disturbance becomes organized and strengthens into a tropical storm with wind speeds of 39 miles per hour or greater. This name will likely be built. Okay, so basically, hey, this shit gonna be real, man. Well, this hurricane season is gonna get real, man. fuck. Scientists use CRISPR to engineer a new superbug that's invincible to all viruses. Esau, man. They plotted. Esau, man. This fucking lab creations. Got this article by Singularity Hub. Scientists used CRISPR to engineer a new superbug that's invincible to all viruses. They're saying, can we reprogram existing life at will? This to synthetic biologists Hold on again. My phone is gonna die. To a synthetic biologist, the answer is yes. The central code for biology is simple. DNA letters in groups of three are transformed into amino acids. Lego blocks that make proteins. Proteins build our body, regulate our metabolism, allow us to function as living beings. Designing custom proteins also means you can design small aspects of life. For example, getting a bacteria to pump out life-saving drugs like insulin. All life on Earth follows this rule, a combination of 64 DNA triplet codes or codons that are translated into 20 amino acids. But wait, the math doesn't add up. Why wouldn't 64 dedicated codons make 64 amino acids? The reason is redundancy. Life evolved, which life did not evolve. That's bullshit. It was created so that multiple codons often make the same amino acid. So what if we tap into these redundant extra codons of all living beings and instead insert our own code? Esau trying to play the Most High, this devil. A team at the university, they never learn. They showed in their movies that it goes wrong, and they still do it in real life. A team at the University of Cambridge is almost like they want that to happen. Esau's a fucking psycho. A team at the University of Cambridge recently did just that. They used, in a technological tour de force, they used CRISPR to replace over 18,000 codons with synthetic amino acids that don't exist anywhere in the natural world. The result is a bacteria that's virtually resistant to all viral infections because it lacks the normal protein door handles, quote unquote, that viruses need to infect the cell. I wonder what else it's resistant to. But that's just the beginning of engineering life superpowers. Until now, scientists have only been able to slip one desired amino acid into a living organism. The new work opens the door to hacking multiple existing codons at once, copy editing at least 3 synthetic amino acids at the same time. And when it's 3 out of 20, that's enough to fundamentally rewrite life as it exists on Earth, bruh. We long thought that, quote unquote, liberating a subset of codons for reassignment could improve the robustness and versatility of genetic code expansion technology, quote unquote, wrote Doctors Delilah Jewell and Abhishek Chatterley, some like Edomite, a Shedamite, and Elamite, so-called East Indian, at Boston College, who are not involved, and they be heavy on that shit too, man. So-called East Indians. They want to be there. A lot of them is symbols for Esau as well. At Boston College, who are not involved in the study, quote unquote, this work elegantly transforms that dream into a reality. Hacking the DNA code or genetic code underlies life, inheritance, and evolution, so called, which evolution is bullshit. It's been proven over and over that it's bullshit. It's actually a myth. A theory, even the word they use to describe it, it's not a fact. A theory, is something that, people believe, but it don't got though enough evidence to prove it 100%. Yet they teach that as fact in the full system, to fool you into thinking that there is no power, you know, be like that fool that saith in his heart, there is no power. We have done abominable works. There's none that do good, Be like them. That's what Esau will teach you, that there is no power. You know, you're the power. You're the power, you know. And Esau, you know, will like you to think that he's the most high, you know. That's why he's doing this. He's trying to play the most high. And I mean, come on, man. He puts it in his movies that shit fucking backfires when you fuck with nature, man. When you fuck with genetics and shit, it fucking backfires, man. He puts it all over his movies, and then this devil goes on to do it anyways. He goes on to do it anyways. I mean, this devil, man, he's gonna cause. Yo, this devil is not stopped. You don't understand the gravity of the situation. If these devils are not taken out, all life on earth would be destroyed. Literally. All life on earth would be through, you know, would perish. You know, you just have it would perish, you know. All life on earth would perish, you know. We'd all be goners, man. That's why this devil gotta be stopped. It's fucking mandatory. Because this devil, man, he's a fucking mad scientist. Let me get scriptures that go into that. This devil, you know, trying to play the Most High Yahweh. You know, like a fucking weirdo. Let me get that. Let me get the scriptures that go into that. Going to Esau. Trying to play the Most High, you know. This fucking devil. Let me get the scriptures on that. The wicked that the Bible teaches. Let me get hold on. Let me get Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which this weaken the nations? Verse 13, you know, Lucifer means light bearer. You know, it's actually a word. It's capitalized here, but it shouldn't be. It's a Latin word. It means light bearer, you know. First prefix, Lucy, meaning light, and then fer, meaning bearer. You know, that's what that word means. You know, and Esau's mockingly being called that because he calls himself the Illuminati, which basically means the same thing. Illuminated ones. To be illuminated, you a light bearer, man. You know, be illuminated means being a light bearer. Same shit. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of power Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. This is what this man, this devil, he is a man, by the way. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. These same devils, man. They think they're gonna basically be like the Most High, man. They think they're gonna take the Most High's place, man. They're literally, they're deluded enough to think that. Delusions of grandeur. Esau has delusions of grandeur. Verse 15, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. Narrowly look upon you like, huh? Is this the man? And consider thee saying, is this the man that did make the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms? Is this the man? As you devils, you think you're gonna be, on some Star Trek shit, man. Or on some Star Wars shit. You think you're gonna rule the universe. Be like the Most High, right? But you think you're gonna create your own people and all that. That's what you're trying to do with your hybrids and shit. But yet you're gonna be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. You're gonna be in a grave condition. How much more? Because hell means the word there for hell. The anglicized version is Hebrew Sheol. Which Sheol's anglicized version probably Sheol or something. I don't know. Probably something like that. Yeah, probably something like that. But it means grave. And y'all are going to be in a grave condition. We're in a grave condition right now. Under you devils. Followed by you heathens under y'all as well. Under the misguided leadership of you devils. Esau, Edom. We're in a grave condition. An unwise king destroyed his people. So we've been destroyed as a people here. And but you're gonna trade places with us and actually be worse off. Not only trade places, but be worse off than you are right now. The same man. You fucking devils that destroyed the earth, man, and made the world as a wilderness, made the earth to tremble, did shake kingdoms. Verse 17 actually, that made the world as wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Yeah, they made the world a wilderness, man. What is the motto of these devils? Ordo ad chaos, man. So they bring the chaos, then they bring the order. The chaos, then the order, man. So they do make the world as a wilderness. Just so they can take control over it. It's Esau, man. He's the cunning hunter, man. He would want to live in a world that's a wilderness. A man of the field, Esau. And and Esau trying to play the Most High, And Esau, he has one thing about him is that you have to understand that Esau, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, he has a God complex. He has a God complex. He thinks he is the Most High, or that he can be the Most High. He thinks he could do anything. This devil. No, there's no limits. He can just go on and 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 rule and rule and rule and rule until eternity. He thinks that this devil thinks that he can take the kingdom, that he can take Jacob's blessing. He can take the birthright and the blessing back through carnal means. This fucking devil right here, man. This fucking beast, man. Malachi 1 and this motherfucker, man. That's what he thinks. Malachi 1:1, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel is why it's written here by Malachi. Verse 2, I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Speaking to our people who don't believe that, by the way. Wherein thou hast loved us. Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Aren't these devils our brother? Aren't they our twin brother, right? Yet saith Yahweh, you gotta love Jacob. And he didn't love Esau, and he didn't choose Esau to be the chosen, chose Jacob. Verse 3, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. You look over there, it's the way it is, man. Petra and all that. It's mostly a tourist destination, even though people may live there. You have Ishmael in that area. But also, Babylon, America. He's going to leave his mountains and heritage waste. Basically America's going to be left waste for the dragons of the wilderness. It's Babylon all over again. Babylon the Great is going to be for the dragons of the wilderness. They're going to cry in the desolate places, man. All these unclean beasts, an abominable beast, every unclean and hateful bird. Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They're always saying that. We're impoverished, or we're bad off right now, or we're going to return and we're going to make America great again. Always on some shit like that, They're always on some shit like that. Or we're going to, we're going to, it's bad off right now, but shit, we got this great reset coming, Think they can reset their time. They think they can hit snooze on that alarm, Time is up, but they think they can hit snooze. That's Esau, man, thinking he can trump the plans of the Most High Yahweh, thinking he can disrupt the plans of the Most High Yahweh. Think about the pride and audacity here. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts is response to Edom. And Edom saying we're impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. They're going to be called the border of wickedness. They're being called that. Because wherever they go, when you cross into lands that they rule, you're crossing the border of wickedness. They're basically, they're the border of wickedness. Where you, where there's Edomites, there's wickedness. When Edomites are ruling, there's great wickedness. Wickedness multiplied upon the earth, like what happened when the Greek-speaking Edomites took over. The Edomites, calling themselves Greeks, took over the what's called the Near East, Northern Africa, Northeast Africa, and southwestern parts of Asia, man, for the Persian Empire. That's exactly what happened, and the Bible tells you that, and you could see it, these devils, man, they don't stop at nothing, man. This devil, he is truly he is truly, like one of the elders put it, I think it was one of the elders, could have been an apostle, and he is truly a no-limit soldier, man. This devil, man, he's the real no limit soldier. This devil won't stop at nothing, man. This devil won't stop at nothing to destroy, man. He's the destroyer, man. Esau. He won't stop at nothing to do that, you know. He's gonna do whatever it takes, you know. Not like that song. Oh shit. I don't know if you know about it. That song, y'all know about it? It's like it, y'all. A song, whatever it takes, something like that. I don't know if it's a so-called Christian song or not. But it sounds kind of like this devil will do whatever it takes, man, to secure his new order, man. This devil won't stop at nothing, man. This devil will do sleep nights on nights. shit, dude. Right, so anyways, what I was saying, this devil's always, trying to play like he's the Most High, you know. That's what this devil does, man. But he's the destroyer, not the creator. He doesn't. He's an inventor of evil things, man. This devil, like that type of shit, man. That's a fucking biological weapon, man. That is a fucking biological weapon. You can't tell me that's not. Esau was to fucking release that shit, man. You know how many people out here be dropping dead? A lot of people. But Esau might actually do it because he's the damn devil, Do it and blame it on the Rona, Blame it on the Rona and shit. Oh shit, we have a fourth wave. Everybody gotta get back in. Everybody need to get back in the crib, man. Oh, we need to jab everybody up. We waited too long. Esau probably has that in plan, man. We gotta jab everybody up because, this devil puts it in the movies, man. And when this devil fucks with genetics and shit, shit always goes wrong. Always. 100% of the time. Never goes right. Always goes wrong. So this devil knows. He knows what he's doing. He knows. He knows it's going to go wrong. Like, it's actually what he wants to accomplish. He wants depopulation. And that's one way of achieving it, He's fucking wicked, man. One way of achieving it is through a killer virus, man, like Prince Philip put it. That fucking devil, man. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Actually, there's that one scripture in Matthew I was going to get about how if the days was not cut short, then all flesh would be destroyed. Literally, even himself, man, he would destroy himself. He would destroy himself trying to destroy us. And we get the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor as well. wicked in his pride. Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices they have imagined. Verse 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. Always coveting. This devil always wants someone else's shit. It never ends. Verse 4, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after power Yahweh. Power Yahweh is not at all in his thoughts. Verse 5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are always grievous. That too. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Proud ass motherfucker. That's Esau, man. That you can't tell me that is not Esau, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. You cannot tell me that's not him. That is him to a T. That's Esau, the self-proclaimed so-called white man. That's him. Even calling himself white, man. He ain't white. Nothing pure about the devil. Now that devil is impure as fuck, man. The most impure, in fact. You know, but this devil's proud, man. You know, he's smug, man. He's fucking smug. He's a smug bastard. You know? And they always have those types of faces, bro. Yeah, their countenance and everything, you know, shows that they're fucking smug. You know, shows that they're smug, man. They're aloof. Well, they're smug. Okay, let's just say that. They're a smug race of people. You don't think they're the fucking shit? No, Sherlock. You should already know. I'm gonna break it up. No. different rivet with different pieces. Verse 6, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity proud. Verse 7, his mouth is beyond proud. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Verse 8, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Verse 9, he lieth and waits secretly like a lion in a den, pursuant to that one precept. The devil is like a roaring lion, walking around seeking who he may devour. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. Verse 10, he croucheth and humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Verse 11, he has said in his heart, Power Yahweh has forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. And this is what this devil does, man. This devil, he he sets traps. He sets a snare. He sets a snare. He devises mischiefs, man, upon his bed. This is all that this devil does. That's all he's thinking about doing. It's what he dreams about doing. Bringing Jacob down, man. For they sleep not. For they sleep not. Don't sleep, for they sleep not. Except they done wickedness. Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done they done mischief. And their sleeping is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Yup. Con, man. They sleep not. They sleep not, except they have done mischief. They're always awake, plotting, planning, to fuck someone over. They're always doing that, namely our people. They're always doing that shit. And one of the ways that they want to cause our people to fall is to release a deadly virus, man. They're always plotting. Esau's always like a mad scientist. He's always plotting to do you harm. This is a precept. Because it is in the power of his hands. And I'm going to bring out other scriptures. I have other articles as well. Because it is in the power of his hands. Because he can. And that's in Micah 2:1. You know, that's how these devils operate, man. They devise iniquity. They plot it out, man. They plot and plot and plot and plot and plot. That's what they do. You know, Esau, the original grimy ass nigga. Always plotting to bring someone down. Esau, the original grimy ass nigga that has an evil eye towards everybody. Micah 2:1. You know, that's just his nature, him having the evil eye. That's just how he is. Woe to him, he's a covetous man. Woe to him that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Yep. Because they can. And they believe and do as thou wilt. Esau wholeheartedly believes and do as thou wilt, you know. And he teaches you. He teaches our people to believe that way. Do as thou wilt. Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what pleases you. Instant gratification. Do what pleases you at the moment. Like disregard what it may cause. You know, disregard all that and just do what pleases you at the moment. Hey, be a beast. Be a beast. Because that is how an animal, how a beast, you know, is likely to operate, you know. They don't have laws, statutes, and commandments. Animals. Now that is how a beast would act. That's how a beast would act. Which is why Esau is called, Esau's kingdom, Esau's rulership is compared to a beast, a 10-horned beast. You know, in fact, all these heathens' rulerships are. But Esau is the most, the worst of all the beasts that, well, the Grecian Empire is represented by the leopard. And you have the Roman Empire, which is the 10-horned beast. We're in the revived Roman Empire. We're still in that 10-horned beast. We are still in that 10-horned beast, you know. We're still, yeah. But yeah, you know that's how Esau is, you know. He is a beast, you know, like an animal, like a beast, you know. He does not believe in following the law, statutes, and commandments. He believes in doing his own thing. whatever makes him feel good at the moment, which is why Esau gave up his birthright. Because of, he ain't has no self-control. Esau has no self-control, man. Esau doesn't know what that is. No self-control, no discipline, no integrity, none of that. No respect for anything. No respect for anything. Either. Nothing is sacred to Esau, really, if you look at it, nothing is sacred to him. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits to these devils, man. So yeah, they do commit iniquity because it is in the power of their hands. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. Man in his house, and the whole house of Israel, right? The house of Israel and the house of Judah were oppressed together. A man and his heritage. They will do that as well, oppress our heritage, man. Steal our heritage from us, man. Calling themselves the Jews, living in our land. But they fit none of the prophecies. That's what Esau's about, while calling the real Israelites black, Latino, native to the Americas. What else? Slakia. What else? All kinds of other bywords, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Those are the false identities. And even you have proverbs and bywords that are like racial slurs. Esau, well, basically Esau was calling our people. Man, let me look out. Esau was calling. Shit, don't say nobody. Slack it, y'all. I was gonna get interrupted. And Esau, he basically calling our people the basis of men. And he's calling himself the chosen. Basically turning things upside down, just so he can justify his bullshit. Because, the Hebrew Israelites, we're demonized for talking about revenge, talking about payback, bringing out that in the Bible, it does mention revenge. There is a time and a place for that, and it's coming soon. But we're demonized for that, talking about payback, not forgiving Esau for the countless atrocities he committed against our people. But hold on. You get something else. Man, Esau gonna try to feed us bugs and shit like cicadas that's unclean. In Ohio, they got a restaurant. The restaurant that, those aren't olives. Cicada parts, man. Ugh. An Ohio restaurant seems to have found cicadas. Seems to have found a use for brood eggs. Cicadas pestering parts of the Midwest. The Pizza Bandit in Dayton tested out a spicy Thai cicada pie. Yes, that's a pizza with cicadas on it. The spicy Thai cicada pie features blanked and sauteed locally foraged cicadas and the crust adorned with cicada wings. Before you get to it, fuck, that's nasty. That's nasty. The crust has cicada wings on it. Before you get too excited or repulsed, know that the restaurant is not selling cicada top pizzas. And the Facebook post showing off the new creation, the business notes, quote unquote, we're not even sure if we can legally can sell you for locally foraged cicadas, quote unquote. The restaurant did a live stream testing panel tasting live stream did live stream the restaurant did live stream a tasting panel trying out the pizza, which also featured miso, hoisin, sriracha sauce, mozzarella, provolone, mushrooms, cabbage, green onion, mango, cilantro, and the spicy Thai sauce. Yeah. And of course, they gotta deck it out with all types of seasoning and sauces and shit. You know, should tell you something. Quote unquote opinions of the pizza range from absolutely delicious to yeah. The Facebook post said, while cicadas are not toxic, the U.S. while cicadas are not toxic, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has warned people not to eat the insects if they are allergic to seafood. Interesting. These insects share a family relation to shrimp and lobsters, quote unquote, FDA said. Oh shit. You know, going back to, you know, basically a shellfish, those are like the bugs of the sea. Like shrimps are roaches, except underwater. Lot crabs. Crabs are like spiders, like tarantulas and shit underwater. Um, what else? What else? Lobsters. Don't lobsters look like scorpions, man? Come on. And lobster and scorpion related. Yep. It's like they're like scorpions. Yep. It might not surprise you that both scorpions and lobsters are in the same group. They are both part of the phylum Arthropoda. The anatomy of a scorpion has some similar characteristics to other arthropods, such as lobsters and crabs. They're arachnids underwater, man. Yep, scorpions would taste like shrimp, lobster, crawfish. Yep. Crawfish look like them too, man. Crawfish or crayfish are basically crustaceans on fresh water. They usually look like, yeah, crawfish is like, they look like scorpions too, man. Anthropod. Anthropods, yep. They both belong to them. Because they are basically, you know, they're like the sea version of a fucking scorpion. And Slovakia, there was a time when our people, you know, they wouldn't fuck with scorpions, you know. No, wouldn't well there's actually what I'm trying to get at is that there's a scripture in ye being evil, no, not to feed your children scorpions. If ye then being evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more shall your father which is in heaven give good things to him to ask him? And it does mention scorpions. And that's basically what lobster and crayfish or crawfish are, man. Okay, if you ask a fish, will you give him a serpent? You know. Oh, okay. Verse 9, Matthew chapter 7, or verse 8. For everyone that asketh, receiveth. And okay, hold on. I may have got confused for that one. They both venomous and unclean. Okay, so it says serpent, but yeah, serpent. They're like they're yeah, serpent. They're unclean as well, versus a fish which is clean. And all right, so yeah, Esau, wants you to eat cicadas, man. They are promoting eating cicadas, man. Promoting this new insect-based diet. What the fuck? Oh man, just reading this shit. Fucking article where they're promoting eating bugs and shit. And the reasoning behind it is, oh, there's too much people. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Nah, people are most of people around the world, especially here in Babylon, are packed into cities. That's the problem. But Esau, he's gonna push a certain agenda. You don't care about the facts. He's gonna push that there's too much people, so he could depopulate them, have a smaller herd to control. Help maintain humanity under 50 under 500 million, and perpetual balance with nature. All this shit, man. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, unite humanity with the living new language, real passion, faith, tradition, all things with temporary reason. Yo, Esau's version of the Ten Commandments, basically. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in the world court. Basically, Esau wants to make the whole world like America. You know, this devil makes it sound so, so like, well, nah, he do. He makes it sound like the shit, so beautiful. But we know these devils. They're deceivers, man. All right, so yeah, that's what Esau's trying to do. So he has more control over the people, and smaller herd is easier to control. So that's why depopulation is in his agenda. That has nothing to do with Esau cares about nature all of a sudden, and this devil has been going around the world destroying the earth. Think about it. And this devil steady playing with genetics, man. Steady playing with genetics. In the lab and shit. It's not cause he gives a fuck about the world or about any of us, man. It's not cause he gives a fuck about anyone. It's cause he wants to reduce the population, that much to 50 million people, which is approximately the population of America, and Canada probably around that amount. Once the people, the commoners, to be in the cities, bro, the mega cities, and then all the rest in the country, Esau wants to own it. Why do you think Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland? Bill Gates. Bill Gates, the largest private farmland owner in the U.S. People are drawing connections between Gates' vast farmlands and climate change advocacy, and I believe if you look into it, Bill Gates is like a Rothschild or something. He's actually a Rothschild. If you look into it, either Rockefeller or a Rothschild. I think if you look into it, he's a Rothschild. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Bill Gates he's an elitist. Well, he's an elitist, that's for sure. Bill Gates, yeah, that's for sure. Bill Gates has bought a surprising amount of farmland in recent years. Yeah, wonder why. Michael Gottschalk. Okay, basically it's a photo of this devil, Bill Gates. Bill Gates might be a tech billionaire, but he and his wife, Melinda French Gates, who are in the process of divorcing, also two of the largest private farmland owners in the United States. Recent reports detailing the extent of Gates' land ownership have prompted criticism from some environmental activists and farmers. You say there seems to be a contradiction between his public environmental advocacy and his private personal investment strategy. You don't say. Others have speculated that the farmland purchases may be a part of the billionaire's overall climate efforts. Bill Gates has said there's no connection either way, of course not. But the new details on the purchases and the discussion surrounding them serve as an important reminder that billionaires can store their massive wealth in all sorts of unexpected places. And there can also often be a tension between their more personal investments and the more publicized philanthropic work, so-called. On Tuesday, NBC News reported that the Gateses had acquired more than 269,000 acres of farm in the United States in the past 10 years. These purchases made with the help of the Washington-based firm Cascade Investment and a number of shell companies include farmland in nearly 28 states that cultivate vegetables such as carrots, soybeans, and potatoes, some of which end up in McDonald's French fries. Oh, these details come after the agriculture outlet Land Report reported in Sunday, January, that the tech billionaire and his wife were the country's top private farmland owners in the country. An NBC News analyst also identified Gates as the largest farmland owner in the U.S. Almost 300,000 acres is a lot of land for one family or private individual to own, but it's still just a small part of the estimated 911 million acres of farmland in the U.S. While Gates appears to be one of the largest private farmland owners in the country, he's far from alone. Okay, now they're downplaying it. He's far from alone in wanting to incorporate farmland into his investment strategy. Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah. And he looked like a plotting ass devil in this picture too, man. And they got of him. He looked like a grimy nigga. Yeah. Hold on. I'll wrap it up soon. Pretty sure I went into all these articles. Oh yeah, the school district that's removed all these folly days from the calendar following the Columbus Day outcry. There was a Ohio, well, not New Jersey one, following a heated discussion over whether or not to change the name of Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day. A New Jersey school district decided it would call it the day by neither name. For over the school district and board of education felt the best way to avoid any other future controversies would be to remove all holidays from the school calendar. And instead of holidays, school students will now not attend school on designated days off. The Randolph Township School District and Board of Education made the announcement during a meeting on June 10th regarding the controversy over Columbus Day. And these following days, man, they're over with, man. You know, people don't have the same, people don't feel them the same way, man, as before. This move not only removes Columbus Day, but also thanks for stealing and killing, and religious holidays such as Christmas and Yom Kippur. Over 100 meeting people are said to have attended the meeting, which was live streamed on the Board Docs school meeting software and website. According to the event is still available on the site. During the debate about removing Columbus's name, the October holiday, one person asked the board the following: "Are we gonna take a look at President's Day? Are we gonna look going to Lincoln's birthday to change that? Are we gonna change Martin Luther King Day? These are all great people. These are people who brought a lot to make our country great, yada yada yada." Basically mad that he was gonna do that. I think you have a lot of nerves to try to make these changes without letting people know, yada yada. Whatever. One board member commented before a final decision was reached: "If we don't have anything on the counter, cool. We don't have anyone with hurt feelings, anything like that." The board. Man, let me look outside. Well, was gonna be real pissed off. Kala, Kala, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakaha Kadash. I thought this live was over with. Shalom, shalom. All right, getting back on it. You know, these folly days is pretty much over with here in Babylon. You know, because all these folly days are being exposed as foolish and wicked. You know, Columbus being exposed as the damn devil, man, as a fucking devil, nothing but a thief and a murderer. You know, who kidnapped so-called Native Americans as well, kidnapped indigenous people, northern tribes, mainly northern tribes, mainly the tribes of Ephraim, Simeon, and Manasseh, and forced y'all to work to death, mining for gold, and took y'all to Spain too, put y'all on slave ships. You know, Columbus is being exposed, you know, as that, you know. And that's why. They're like, fuck it, let's just not have no more folly days on the calendar. You know, which we shouldn't have none of those on there anyways. You know, celebrating these devils, man. And other folly days about other falsehoods. And let me get some scriptures on that. All right, let me get. You know, everything being exposed. This is a result of that. Make thee vile. I'm gonna get that scripture that says that. This devil's doing that to Esau. I mean, the Most High Yahweh Salakia. Most High Yahweh is exposing these devils. You know, casting abominable filth upon them. Nahum 3 and 6. Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee. Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her idols, through her whoredoms, Salakia, and families through her witchcrafts. Verse 5. Literally, too. Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, say the Yahweh of hosts, and I'll discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the kingdoms thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And that's exactly what is happening to this place, man. It's being made vile. Abominable filth is being cast upon this place, man. The history that these devils try to cover, man, is being revealed, man. They're being exposed. The skirt is lifted. You know, this devil and this kingdom that is run by this devil is being exposed as ain't shit. Not the land of the free, not the home of the brave, not the high IQ people. Not they're not even white, or they're not the real Jews. Being exposed as nothing more than devils, Edomites, Beastman, the wicked, cave beast, the wicked, you know, basically the world's problem. They're being exposed as the villains, man, the actual villains, the actual boogeymen, not, and that all these boogeymen that they tell the world to fear is not the real boogeyman. They're not the real world's problem. The world's problem is Esau, the so-called white man. The cause of all misery on earth and shit. The reason why the world is so fucked up is because of them. They mismanage the world. Because they're not creators, they're not even fit rulers. They're destroyers. That's what they're are. That's what they do, and that's what they're good for. Verse 7, and it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? Because you Edomites, especially you Babylonian Edomites, y'all are the modern day Assyrians. Spiritually, y'all are Assyrians as well. And spiritually, this is Nineveh. It's all full of lies and robbery. It's a bloody city. It's full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not, man. It's always somebody getting fucked over here. Namely a Jake. Always a Jake getting fucked over here, man. Getting in some way, getting fucked over. As we speak, there's a Jake getting fucked over somehow by Esau or by heathens or both. Or by other Jakes a lot of the times as well. The prey departeth not, man. And also the prey does not want to depart from this place, the prey being Jacob, in this place where the prey, where the lost sheep. Verse 2, the noise of a whip and noise of the rattling of the wheels. That's America. And of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. Yep. America, all the way. Spiritually Assyria as well, America being spiritually Nineveh, which was the capital of the Assyrian Empire. Verse 3, the horseman lifted up both a bright sword and glittering spear. Yep. And there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end. None of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. So that's America, the mistress of witchcrafts, the well-favored harlot. It's like that hoe that convinces everybody that she's a good girl. That she holds it down. She keeps it real. She's the most loyal chick on out there, man. But she's really one of the biggest hoes, if not the biggest hoe. That's basically, an illustration of how America is. And it's being exposed that America is one that she is that hoe, man. She's actually a huge hoe, the biggest hoe ever. This is the great whore. It is no longer being called tender and delicate. So everything along with it, like the folly days, are also being exposed as folly days. As as folly days, not holiday. Holiday come from holy days. Not they're not holy at all. They're not set apart at all. They're folly days. Name celebrating murders, celebrating falsehood. Murderers and thieves, celebrating falsehoods, lies, fairy tales, celebrating pagan fairy tales, man, celebrating them. You know, Abominable shit, folly that will set in great dignity. It's now being exposed as folly. And that's why people ain't fucking with these folly days like they used to. Even though they're not ready to make that step, as you could see with the parents, their reaction to what that what they did. They're not ready for that yet. But because there is a crying for wine in the streets as well. But it's not good. All right, so back on what I was getting into. You know, you devils, man, through. It's over for you. You're being exposed in the world level like never before. Kingdom is divided like never before. Your house is divided like never before. You hear plagues, the curses. Curses are now cleaving unto y'all. We've been on our people for a minute, but now it's your turn. And this is a part of it too, because you devils are exposing each other as the wicked. You devils, you're the type, y'all get caught up to rat each other out instantly, to point the finger at your brother or at your sister and just accuse him. You the accuser, right? You also accuse your own. You accuse your own as well. Look, I know he did. Y'all go full Takashi on each other, man. I know what I know. Hey, this what he did. He y'all turn whistleblower, man. Expose all types of secrets. For the elect, for the hopeful elect to do videos, the hopeful elect men of Yahweh Shem Shai to do videos on. That's these curses hitting y'all. Evil eye towards that brother, man. You devils always had the evil eye anyways, but now it's manifesting more and more. It's showing your evil eye towards your brother is showing you're going down. You didn't do anything to stop it. You're the new niggas, man. Now acting like a bunch of crabs in a bucket. Trying to you're fucking over your brother to stay on top. Deuteronomy 30:7, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. It's your turn, Esau, and all these other heathens as well. But Esau, you can get the hardest by this, man. It's your turn, to drink of that cup, you're gonna drink of it. There's no if, and, or buts about it. Prophecy says what it says, and it has been fulfilled so far. So y'all helped to fulfill it, like you are doing now. And y'all are gonna drink of that cup. You're gonna chug it down. That's what you're gonna do. Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. That's what you did. That putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken. Also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Woe unto you, destruction unto you, you devils. Because that's what y'all did to everybody else, to your neighbors. Specifically to Jacob, and most to us, both here and scattered abroad to the four corners of the earth, both here and in northern kingdom countries, and scattered to the four corners of the earth. You put your bottle to us, man. You made us drunk, and you continue to do that. That thou mayest look on our nakedness, so that you could look on our nakedness when we are vulnerable, when we're exposed and vulnerable, to the whole world, to make us vulnerable. We will be exposed to danger, exposed to your plans, exposed to your devices against us. That's what you devils did. And then you devils went around and did this to these other heathen nations out of greed, keeping to yourself all people. We're really looking for the Jakes that were scattered among all the heathen nations, because the scriptures. That Jake was even scattered among all nations. Hey, that Jake was even scattered among y'all. About the speckled birds. Which is why you even fuck your own over. Because really you're pursuing Jacob with the sword. The Jakes that you're pursuing Jacob with the sword wherever they may be. And you're like Captain Ahab, hunting the whale, man. That one whale, the Moby Dick, right? That's how you're hunting Jacob, around the world. Obsessed too. When you read that story, Moby Dick, Captain Ahab, he was obsessed with killing that whale. Any other whale, no other whale would do it. It had to be Moby Dick. And that's how y'all feel. No other heathen nation will do it. It's gotta be Jacob. It's gotta be Jacob. Specifically the elect of Jacob. Even better, right? If you could deceive the very elect, that would be, that would make your day, but even then you wouldn't be satisfied. Because you never are. Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Hey, drink thou also. You're gonna get a good swig. In fact, you're gonna chug it down, man. To drink it to the very dregs, man. To the very dregs. How you just down a bottle of liquor, man. We just down a fucking bottle of liquor. All fucked up, right? Don't know what to do with yourself. Well, that's what you devils are gonna do, you're gonna chug it to the last drop. You're gonna chug that whole cup, man. Take that whole dose. That's what's gonna happen. The full dose. And your foreskin is gonna be uncovered also, man. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Yet a cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee. The cup of mashpayim, the can of whoop ass. You're gonna get all of it. The whole can of whoop ass. Just like our people got it and couldn't avoid it. Now it's your turn. Except you're gonna get it worse because you touched our people. Actually tried to genocide our people many times. So you're gonna get it much worse. All types of atrocities. Unspeakable atrocities, man. And, you have lost count by now how much atrocities were committed against Yasharallah. Both here, of the original looking Jakes, the so-called black people, the so-called black Americans, the so-called black Americans, the Jamaicans and other West Indians, and the Haitians, which are the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, respectively, and you do have the tribes scattered among each other, but yeah, mainly that's the Southern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom as well. The unspeakable atrocities you did to the Northern Kingdom. We're talking about these atrocities that y'all did, man. Talking about just unspeakable acts. Y'all didn't just murder our people to take our people down. Didn't just fuck our people up to take our people down. Y'all did it because y'all enjoyed it. Y'all do it because y'all enjoy it. It's sport to you. You could tell by those atrocities, man, that it's sport to you. You enjoy doing that. It's a passion of yours. You enjoy taking our people down. And you enjoy the process as well. Now, you devils are bloodthirsty. You're not satisfied with blood. You know? Meaning none is enough for you. You know, you just can't get enough, right? Not satisfied. Yeah, you devils can't get enough of it, you know, of what we got. You devils just consume, you know, you steal, murder, destroy more and more, more and more and more, and you find and invent new ways of doing it. New ways, new methods of stealing, murdering, and destroying. You know, because you are that sword, you are the Terminator. You know, when you watch Terminator's movies, you know, the Terminator should remind the Terminator is you fucking devils, you know. For those of you, you know, because the Terminator is you fucking devils. You know, the real no limit soldier when it comes to this new world order, which is really getting rid of Jacob and stealing the blessing. That is the real aim of the new world order. You know, it's all being exposed. You know, your atrocities and your future atrocities that you got planned, and the atrocities that you would commit but not going to be allowed to, all fucking been exposed. All of it. You know, saying shameful spewing is on your glory. You know, and your own people are helping to do it to you. You know, because you're now catching the curses. Psalms, you know, because really, you know, set up because there's no honor among y'all. Y'all don't have it. You know, a bunch of thieves, murderers, thieves, hypocrites, liars. You know, y'all are backstabbers. So it doesn't surprise me that y'all would backstab your own people. You know, that's just how you roll. You know, that's just how you operate, you know. How Esau operates. You know, Psalm 64:7, but power shall shoot at them with the arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Yep. You know, you're through, man. Snitching on your own people as well. Which is why how so much information is gotten out. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Now you rat on your own people. You know, you're dropping dime and spilling beans all over the place. Dropping dimes and spilling beans all over the place, you know. You know, singing like a canary, man. That's what you devils are doing. Verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of power Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. You know, because the Most High Yahweh designed you the way he designed you. You know, to be that way, man. To be a backstabber. To be a punk ass bitch. You know, we designed y'all to be that. You know, y'all were made as a vessel into dishonor. You know, and y'all do live up to it, you know. The Most High Yahweh designed the perfect vessel unto dishonor. You know, y'all really do fit that role. It's 3:40. Been on here for 3 hours, 44 minutes. Kala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Harakakadash. Signs. I'll wrap it up there. A vessel unto dishonor. Vessel unto honor and dishonor. Vessel unto dishonor, man. That's you fucking Edomites, man. Yeah, you know, well, you Edomites shouldn't even be judges because judges are called, because you're unjust judges. First of all, you don't know how to judge. Second of all, you're not honorable. Like they always call the judges the honorable this and that, right? Honorable Judge Judy, for example. But you devils are anything but honorable. You're the opposite. You're the dishonorable. Should say dishonorable. You devils are the vessel in the dishonor. Romans, let me get Romans 9. Know about you fucking devils. And I'm gonna wrap it up after this. I have to wrap it up. Point proven. Verse 21 of Romans chapter 9. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel into honor and another into dishonor? Yeah, man. Jacob, the vessel in the honor, and another in the dishonor. Esau. Of the same lump, they're twins. Verse 22. What if power Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, made to be destroyed. Esau, y'all the brute beast, made to be taken and destroyed, man. That's you fucking devils, man. And then you 2/3 out there that follow Esau's ways made him your father. Also, y'all, man. You're gonna die like an Edomite, man, on this side. Die like a heathen on this side. Because you don't want to be Jacob, you want to be heathens, right? So you're gonna die like a heathen on this side. Verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, whom he had afore prepared unto glory. Destined. The vessels of mercy who were destined unto prepared unto glory, man. Before, since the beginning. Jacob was meant to get it. Starting with the elect. Yeah, yep. We Edomites, y'all are just, y'all are, meant to be destroyed. To destroy, then be destroyed. Oh, hold on. Verse 24, even us, whom he had called, not on the Jews only, but also the Gentiles, meaning the Israelite foreigners. This Gentile goes into that as well. Two meanings to the word. Go into with that. Hold on. I'm going to John, which showed John chapter 7, verse 24, I believe. Oh, that's the Gentiles that Paul was going to. John 7 and 24. I believe 30, actually 30, no. Hold on. Well, yeah. 34, 35 then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go? We shall not find him. Will he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles or Greeks to teach Gentiles? Yup. So Gentiles, Israelite foreigners, the ones that can be saved are Israelite foreigners. So hold on. And you 2/3, I should wrap it up right there. Or should I get that brute beast scripture? Made to be taken and destroyed, which is originally you Edomites. Brute beast KJV. 2 Peter 2 and 12. But these is natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they don't get, don't understand not. Shall utterly perish in their own corruption, Y'all are as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. That's Esau. So y'all are like Esau. And that's what Esau does too. He speaks evil of things that you know not. So you definitely fall in the ways of your adopted father, the devil. Esau, Edom. You 2/3 need to repent. Well, Salakia, let me cross that out. 2/3 are not going to repent. The 1/3 are. So the 1/3 that's still in the world need to come back and repent. But as for you 2/3, John 10, I believe. Ye are of your father the devil. I'm looking for that one. Might be in Luke. Doing basically, acting like Esau, man. Who is the thief? John 10 and 10, the thief cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Speaking of Esau, and then you 2/3 follow the ways of Esau. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Ye are of your father the devil. John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Verse 45. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. Yep. You 2/3 definitely can't get this truth, man. You speak evil, the things you don't get, like a bunch of brute beasts. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up and give all praise to you. I hope this live was edifying. Hold on. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and Yahweh Hashem. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Bahashem Rakah. Bahashem Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Salutations to all of y'all. Shalom and to all y'all. Stay strong. We almost out of here. Hey, it's almost over with. You devils are through. It's over for you. It's a wrap. Just need the beat and the nukes will provide that. The drum beat of war. Drum beats of war. This place is going to get a much needed beat down. And then Jacob got next. And forever. No, Esau never come back. And neither of these heathens not going to come back into power. When Esau you through, actually the only nation that's not promised mercy, you're going to be eliminated, there's going to be an actual Edomite genocide. Devils always want to complain about so-called white genocide, and y'all want to say that 1948ers was genocide. They attempted to genocide them, which when you look into it, the numbers were way less. It was inflated. Well, it's actually going to happen to you devils, which is why you're always looking over your shoulder about that. Y'all fucking know deep down that you're going to pay for everything y'all did. All right, so yeah, payback is coming. And then, we won't need y'all anymore after y'all build our kingdom up. No need for devils, for the wicked, in a perfect kingdom. Shalom, stay strong. Yeah. Abab Yashrallah forever. Abab Abal. Yashrallah forever and Abab Abal. Meaning death to Babylon. Shalom.